Morning everyone. This will be a quick video that explains what connotations are and how they work. I'll put a link in the description to other videos, as well as a link to the slides which you can download for free if you want them. Now, I talk about connotations all the time. I discuss them in lessons, I mention them in videos, and I even write about them in near enough every English essay or model answer that I've ever written. But what are they? Every word has a denotation and connotations. Let's take the word red, for instance. Now, the denotation of a word is its literal definition. It's the sort of thing that you'd find in a dictionary. So, for red, it's a primary colour that we find next to orange on the colour wheel. Simple enough, right? Now, the connotations of the word are the ideas and feelings that you infer from the word, the things that people may associate with that word in addition to its literal meaning. So let's look at the word red again. Pause the video and spend a minute jotting down any other words, any other things, any emotions that you associate with the colour red. Off you go. Okay, so we could look at some of the positive connotations of red. Think Valentine's Day, there's red everywhere. We might associate feelings of love, desire, sexuality, or passion with this colour. Now, they're just a couple of the positive connotations, but what about negative? Now, red is a colour that sticks out quite a bit. It grabs our attention. Stop signs, stoplights, fire engines, they're all red. So maybe we could say that red has connotations of danger, warning, emergency, the need to be alert. Now, people talk about seeing red when they're really annoyed. So maybe we could associate feelings of anger, rage, and again, danger. Which could then lead on to other associations such as blood or violence. Poppies, so war and remembrance. Fire, so warmth and comfort, but also danger and hell and even the devil. But then people in different countries might have different associations with the colour too. People in Russia might associate it with communism, as that was the colour of the communist flag. America has it in their flag of the red, the white and the blue, so maybe it's got patriotic connotations. And most fast food places have the colour red in their logo, so maybe it stimulates hunger. Now, the possibilities are endless, but there we've taken a one-word quotation, the word red, and we've exploded the word. And we now have all of these connotations, all of this extra information to expand and improve our analysis. But hopefully, you're starting to notice that there is a lot of information that we can get from a single word, other than its literal definition. Now, that's all well and good, but what does this actually mean in practice? Now, let's take a short extract from John Steinbeck's Of Mice and Men. If you haven't read it already, I'd highly recommend it. Anyway, there's a female character on the farm where the novel is set, and she walks into a room and she's described in this way. Both men glanced up, for the rectangle of sunshine in the doorway was cut off. A girl was standing there looking in. She had full rouged lips and wide-spaced eyes heavily made up. Her fingernails were red. Her hair hung in little rolled clusters like sausages. She wore a cotton house dress and red mules, on the insteps of which were little bouquets of red ostrich feathers. What we can see is that in that little description, the word red is mentioned 3 times, as well as the word rouged, which also means red. So then we start to think, why might Steinbeck be showing us this much red in relation to this character? What message is he trying to get across to us here about this woman? Well, maybe you could just say that red is the girl's favourite colour, or that she supports Manchester United or something like that. But in order to improve our analysis, and in order to move up the mark scheme, we need to stop being so literal, and we need to discuss the connotations. here's a task for you. Here's the explosion of the word red from the previous slide. See if you can use these connotations to write a short analysis of that passage. Now, I've put some sentence starters on the screen here to help you out if you need them. Essentially, what we're looking at is, how does Steinbeck use the colour red to present the girl to us? What is he trying to hint to us about the girl? Pause the video now and give it a go. And here's my analysis. I'm not going to read it out to you, but once you've read through it, you should be able to see that I've used our sentence starters and I've used the connotations from the quote explosion to make a pretty detailed analysis of that passage. Note that I've not just said red means danger. I've explained my thought process for the examiner, and I've even used modal verbs, which you can see in orange, to show that I understand there's more than one way to interpret a quotation. Here I'm expressing the different possibilities, the different meanings that different people might infer about the woman in the passage, and all of this comes from just that one word, red. Okay, I've listed some quotations from some of the key GCSE texts here. What I'd like you to do is to pick 2 or 3 of these quotations, and I want you to have a go at exploring the key words that I've put in bold. These are words that I think you could probably get a lot of connotations from. So, just like we did with the colour red, I want you to explode the words in as much detail as you can. You want to be thinking about the different things a person may associate with that particular word. Essentially, the challenge is, how much detail can you extract from that single word? How much information can you get from it? So pause the video and give that task a go now. Now pick your best quotation explosion. Use the sentence starters to write a short analysis of the quotation. Remember to use modal verbs to show that you can think about the word in more than one way, and I've listed the modal verbs on the right. So pause the video and give that analysis a go. And that is connotations in a nutshell. Try practicing exploring connotations in your next analysis to boost your marks. And why not write down your own definition for connotations and denotations and add them to your revision cue cards? And that's it for today's video. I hope you all found it useful, and if there's any other topics that you want videos on, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and happy revising.